Welcome back, everybody. Time for Phoenix Wright. Trials and Tribulations. We're on case number 3 of Phoenix 3. Here we go. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor.
Is that the voice I used? Maggie! There you go.
Ah, Detective Gumshoe.
Are you doing alright? How you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away, you got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious.
Hey, Detective. You're on our side for once, right?
Yep.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today.
Ah, great. That's not useful at all.
If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure to point it out, right? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
Ah, crap. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you.
Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Here we go. January 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Time for Godot. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Takes forever. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You're talking to me." It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright, whether you're a faker or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out today. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Finally, he just hates the other Phoenix, right? And it's just, what the hell? As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Gumshoe! Hey guys. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name and for the court. Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective, the occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Damn it. Other way around, Detective. Sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the other guy was on the initial investigations tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens, Inc., a local company. Would you really want that company name, seriously? This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Glengarry Glen Ross. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Très bien, floor plans at it. Easy. Come, detective, take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. I don't think he wants to do that. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understood that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. That sounds familiar. And, it looks like Miss, Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. Well, you do shout at people. It's scary. Here we go. Can I stop you for just a minute? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said, and What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Belongs in the museum. Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. The 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press! Press it hard! Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribune. Trite. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. Ah! This photograph taken from near the kitchen. Okay. This photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the... Oh, wait, was that the judge? I think the court will agree with that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Ah! Oh, we need that information, so that's good. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. With extreme clarity, huh? Take a look. It's in a book. Check. Yeah, balls. Alright. Go. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Keep pushing! Push it, yeah, okay. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Traces of poison were found in the coffee cup. There you go. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Objection! Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Huh. It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press it! Keep pressing! Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. Oh, damn. He's like, are you kidding me? In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I am not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. It would be great if we knew about this piece of evidence. What piece was it again? This! Ah! Me? Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in the cup. How? The coffee got spilled everywhere! The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. I don't see how that proves jack at all. Like, really? For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. I don't know how that proves anything. Like, that cup got spilled. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. That's where the cyanide comes in. Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history. How much is too much? I keep having to do a touchstone. That belongs in a museum. A lethal dose is 0.2 grams, and that's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Okay. Oh, real quick. 0.2 grams in a coffee cup. The guy didn't drink the whole thing, as we saw there was poison on the table, so that means the killer would have to use a lot more than 0.2 grams for him to be poisoned from however much he drank before he was killed by it. And if he only took one gulp, 0.2 wouldn't be enough, because it's not going to make the whole thing 0.2 grams worth. Like, you'd have to drink the whole thing, basically. So you had to put more than 0.2 grams in there to make it the equivalent of that much to kill him in one gulp. Unless he drank the whole thing, which he did not as far as we know, because there's coffee all over the place. So it had to be using more than that, which would be... Still, it wouldn't be easy to conceal, because it's... Even a gram wouldn't be that hard to conceal at all. It's a gram. Press. Some kind of motive. Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown away out of proportion. Objection. Oh, the $1 million... The fifth $500,000. Belongs in a museum. You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was, They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Robber. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on? Yeah, press. Keep pressing, Gumshoe. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. What? That's a $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? What? So the killer didn't take the $500,000, huh? Order. Huh. He's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I'd better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Judges make bank. This ticket was presented to the court on the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. I bet he wants to say it was found on Maggie's person. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit the crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. Oh my god! I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie's starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like it can't be blood? Can it? Huh. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting part about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course. I'm referring to the pocket. What? The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Who brings poison to work? Besides me, who brings poison to work? Order, order, order. The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron added. Why is there blood on this apron? Potassium cyanide added as well. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. What? What? That belongs in a museum. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Is he colorblind? He's colorblind! Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Okay, there we go. Ketchup? You must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone to their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I had a friend who liked ketchup so much he would drink it all the time, which was weird. I thought everyone knew what it was already. Oh my god, I thought it was blood. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled on this case. Huh? The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. You only know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. There's more? Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. There's more? There's more? Okay, here we go. We gotta find some sort of just weakness. Gotta find something. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin. Alright. Here we go. Pressing. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them in seeds. Yeah, that's him. Seeds. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. In the kitchen? It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried her out the search, too. I would have loved to see Maggie sleep like that. Oh, pretty and peaceful. Oh my god! Oh my god, detective! You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Ask her on a date if you want to do that. Damn. Might be a little creepy, though. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops. I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He didn't have any... Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his pocket, in his wallet. How could he afford the coffee? 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Who comes to a cafe broke? How are they gonna pay the thing? Keep going, though. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to the court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? That. He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to the Tribune. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Victim's prescription bag added to the court record. Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate are you, Trite? Huh? Now what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Go back! Go back, we're gonna ask about the other thing. The fact the bag was empty is pretty suspicious. Why would he come with an empty bag? There had to be something in it. Oh, that's all there was? We couldn't... Oh, okay, the other one didn't matter. Alright, let's keep going then. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pockets? Hey, you're right. Yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Oh my god! Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pockets, eh? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with the testimony, witness. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. Wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah! The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little. Unless it's Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge was going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Ouch. Only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe. You're the dumbest you've ever been. Wow. He smiled while she was making that at him. Give it a shot. Nope, okay, keep going. Tribune floor plans. He died here, kitchen here, Maggie was in here. Where was the old man is the question. There's also the door they could just leave. There it is right there. Who took a picture? There's plenty missing from the crime scene. Because where's the prescription? Yep, there we go. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribune. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Oh my god! What? Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. What? What? Order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say about that? Huh. That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Orthotheological Clinic, Otorolaryngological, Otolaryngological. Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound. The day before the incident, Mr. Elwick found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head, and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. Okay, there's why. What? Ah, balls. Yeah, okay. It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribune. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Ah! It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No! Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any weak objection. What should I do? I guess push it! Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribune. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely the prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Cadeau, the pigeon hater. Very well. The matter of the dissipating medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. And that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good work, Nick.
Alright. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess. After which we will hear the prosecutor's next witness. Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. You already did 11? Court is adjourned for recess. Time for kickball.